Did you know that a domestic cat bite can contain more than 50 types of bacteria and cause a serious infection? Meanwhile, 1 in 3 cat owners faces aggressive behavior from their pet. Today we will figure out why our fluffy friends sometimes turn into little tigers, and most importantly, how to fix this without stress for both sides. Before we dive into the world of cat psychology, share in the comments, has your cat ever bitten you not during play? Perhaps this happens in certain situations or with specific family members. Your stories will help us see the complete picture and possibly find a solution to your particular problem. But for now, let's figure out why a cute fluffy suddenly decides to show character. Understanding the causes of aggressive behavior in cats is the first step toward harmonious relationships with your pet. After all, a cat doesn't become aggressive for no reason. There's always a cause. And the faster you identify it, the sooner you can establish a peaceful life without bites and scratches. Reason 1. Play aggression. The most common and perhaps the most harmless form of cat bites. Kittens learn to hunt and interact with the surrounding world through play. If a kitten was separated from its mother too early or grew up as the only one in the litter, it might not have learned to control the force of its bite. As a result, what is just play for the cat can turn out to be a painful bite for a human. How to recognize play aggression. Pay attention to body language. Dilated pupils, body crouched to the floor, twitching tail. All these signs indicate that the cat perceives your hand or foot as prey. Play attacks often happen from ambush, from under the sofa, from around the corner, or at the moment when you walk by. What to do? Never use hands or feet as toys. Even if it looks cute when a kitten attacks your fingers, in adulthood, such play can become a problem. Instead, use fishing rod toys, balls, interactive toys. And remember, a cat needs at least 2 or 3 active play sessions a day for 15 to 20 minutes each. Reason 2. Fear and protection. A cat that feels threatened may use bites as a means of defense. Remember what a frightened cat looks like. Flattened ears, bristled fur, arched back, bared teeth. This isn't anger, it's fear. And if a cat cannot run away or hide, it will defend itself. What can frighten a cat? Loud sounds, sudden movements, unfamiliar people or animals, even new furniture in the house. Especially susceptible to fears are cats that have experienced traumatic experiences, homeless animals, victims of abuse. How to help? Create a safe space for your cat, a shelter where it can go when feeling anxious. This could be a special house, a high shelf, or just a box in a quiet corner. Never force a frightened cat to make contact. Give it time to get comfortable, and it will approach when ready. Reason 3. Pain and discomfort. Cats are masters at hiding illnesses. It's built into them by nature. In the wild, a sick animal becomes easy prey, so cats instinctively mask their ailments. But when the pain becomes severe, a cat may bite if you touch the sore spot or try to pick it up. Sudden aggression in a previously affectionate cat is one of the main signs that something is wrong with it, especially if bites occur when touching a certain part of the body or when trying to pet. This could be a sign of arthritis, tooth pain, internal inflammation, or even tumors. What to do? If your normally friendly cat suddenly starts biting without an apparent reason, immediately show it to a veterinarian. The earlier the problem is diagnosed, the better the chances for successful treatment. Reason 4. Overstimulation from petting. Familiar situation? The cat is purring on your lap, you're petting it, everything is going great, and suddenly, a bite. This is called petting-induced overstimulation syndrome, and many owners face it. The fact is that cats have a threshold of sensitivity to tactile sensations. When this threshold is exceeded, pleasant sensations can turn into irritating ones. Imagine being tickled. At first it might be funny, but if it continues for too long, it becomes unpleasant. How to recognize approaching overstimulation? Pay attention to the tail. If it starts twitching or hitting the surface, this is the first sign that the cat is becoming uncomfortable. Other signals include flattened ears, tense body, cessation of purring. What to do? Learn to read your cat's body language and stop petting before it reaches the point of overstimulation. Usually, 2 to 3 minutes of continuous stroking is enough, after which you should take a break. And remember, most cats prefer short but frequent petting sessions to lengthy ones. Reason 5. Territorial aggression. Cats are territorial animals, and defending their space is a matter of principle for them. This is especially pronounced in unneutered male cats, but even neutered animals can demonstrate territorial behavior. Territorial aggression is often directed at other animals in the house but can also affect humans, especially if they try to intervene in a conflict or violate boundaries established by the cat. For example, some cats may guard a certain place in the house: an armchair, a windowsill, a bed. How to help? If there are several cats in the house, make sure each has enough resources: its own bowl, litter box, resting place. Use pheromone diffusers. They help reduce stress and aggression. And of course, spaying or neutering significantly reduces territorial conflicts. Reason 6. Maternal protection. A cat with kittens can be incredibly aggressive, protecting its offspring. This is normal behavior, ingrained by nature. Even the most affectionate house cat can turn into a real fury if it feels a threat to its little ones. What to do? Simply respect the mother cat's space and don't touch the kittens unnecessarily for the first 2 to 3 weeks. Gradually, as the kittens grow, the maternal protective instinct will weaken and the cat will become more friendly again. Reason 7. Redirected aggression. One of the most difficult types of aggression for owners to understand. Imagine, your cat is sitting on the windowsill and sees another cat in the yard. This causes strong excitement and aggression, but it cannot reach the irritant. At this moment, you walk by and get bitten, seemingly without reason. This is a classic example of redirected aggression. When a cat cannot vent negative emotions on their source and transfers them to the nearest available object, often the owner or another pet. How to help? If you notice that the cat is in an excited state, don't touch it. Give it time to calm down. If redirected aggression is aimed at another animal in the house, temporarily separate them and gradually reintroduce them, associating meetings with something pleasant. Treats, play. Reason 8. Socialization and genetics. Cats that were not properly socialized at an early age, before 12 weeks, may experience difficulties in communicating with people and other animals. They don't understand how to interact properly and may use bites as the main way of communication. There is also a genetic predisposition to aggressive behavior. Some breeds, such as Bengal or Abyssinian cats, are more temperamental and energetic, which can sometimes manifest as aggression if their activity needs are not met. What to do? Patience and consistency are the keys to success. Use positive reinforcement. Reward the cat for good behavior with treats and affection. Never punish physically. This will only exacerbate the problem and undermine trust. Reason 9. Stress and changes in the environment. Cats are conservatives. They love stability and predictability. Any changes in the usual way of life can cause stress, which manifests itself, among other things, through aggressive behavior. Moving, renovation, the appearance of a new family member, human or animal, a change in the owner's schedule, all this can throw a cat off balance. Even such seemingly small things as new furniture or changing the location of objects in a room can become a source of stress. How to help? Introduce changes gradually if possible. Maintain familiar rituals, feeding times, games, affection. Provide the cat with a safe space where it can hide from stress. And remember that adaptation can take from several days to several months, depending on the cat's character and the scale of changes. And finally, reason 10. Lack of stimulation and boredom. Cats are intelligent and active animals that need both physical and mental stimulation. This is especially true for young cats and representatives of active breeds. If a cat does not get enough opportunities to realize its natural instincts, hunting, climbing, exploring territory, it may begin to show destructive behavior, including aggression. How to help? Enrich your cat's environment. Provide it with toys of different types, scratching posts, climbing frames, treat puzzles. Regularly play with your cat using interactive toys that mimic prey movement. Some cats are helped by company. If you have such an opportunity, consider getting a second pet. Now that we've gone through the main causes of cat bites, let's talk about what categorically should not be done. Never punish a cat physically. This is not only cruel, but also counterproductive. The cat will not understand the connection between its behavior and punishment, but may start to fear you, which will only worsen the problem. Don't shout at the cat or use frightening behavior correction methods, such as spraying water or loud noises. This will cause stress in the cat and can lead to even more serious behavioral problems. And most importantly, don't ignore the problem, hoping it will resolve itself. Aggressive behavior usually intensifies over time if measures are not taken. The sooner you start working on the problem, the better the chances of success. Summing up, I want to emphasize, cats don't bite for no reason or out of spite. There is a reason behind every bite, and your task as a responsible owner is to find and eliminate this reason. Observe your pet, learn to understand its body language, respect its boundaries, and your relationship will become harmonious and cloudless. And now I want to ask you, which of the described types of aggression have you observed in your cat, and what helped you solve this problem? Share your experience in the comments. Your stories can help other owners facing similar difficulties. If the video was helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. This will help us create more quality content about cats. Click the bell so you don't miss new episodes, and share this video with your cat-loving friends. Perhaps it will help them better understand their fluffy companions. In upcoming episodes, we will continue to unravel the mysteries of cat psychology and behavior. We have something special prepared that will help you look at your pet with completely different eyes. In the meantime, remember, understanding is the first step to harmony, and your cat deserves for you to learn to speak its language.